The day is finally here to take my longest solo international trip ever. Let's go to Japan. After 14 long hours on a plane, I'm finally here in Osaka, Japan, to take the scariest trip I've ever taken. For the longest time I've ever been out of the country, as well as far as I've ever been away from the United States. And the scary part about it is it's way different from any other trip I've ever done, is I don't have any accommodations booked. All I have is this, which is my Japan Rail Pass to last me the next 14 days, traveling wherever I want in Japan, just hopping on trains and having to find my accommodations as I get there. I'm nervous. So it sounded like a great plan to get a rail pass in the beginning because I wouldn't have to drive anywhere. The only problem is that I'm just finding out is there's like 400 trains around this station, man. I don't know. I had no idea where to go. I don't know where I'm going. If you were thinking about going to Osaka, I'll hopefully save you a little bit of headache right now. When you get on the train, right above every train door is this train line sign thing. If you look at that, you'll be able to see which train station comes next. You just Google which train station you need to go to, then look at the signs above the doors, and it's pretty easy to figure out. Oh my goodness, man, the city. I'm out here on the streets of Osaka, and I just booked a hotel on the way over because I need a place to sleep tonight. It's already about 5:30, something like that. Problem is, once again, the train dropped me off like 5 kilometers away from my hotel, and there's supposed to be an underground subway station somewhere around here, but like figuring out this public transport system is no joke. I can't tell you how grateful I am that they have English on these signs up here. If it was just Japanese characters, I wouldn't stand a chance right now. This is extremely overwhelming, but I did find the subway. This train just offloaded into a literal grocery store, and I don't know how I got here, but I gotta buy dinner. Man, this is so interesting. What a different culture than I'm used to. I'm gonna order something. I don't know. I'll get back to you. Okay, a little breakdown of what I just got at the grocery store. Super weird grocery store experience because I still don't know why I'm in a grocery store instead of being on the street, which is where I was trying to get, and I had to go through a grocery store to get here. Anyway, so food so far is super cheap. About 1,500 yen is about $10 USD. All of this was about 1,000 yen, which is probably like $7. So just some chicken and little egg noodle things. I'm gonna throw these in my bag and I'm gonna try them later tonight. They also gave me a fork because they saw I was American, so thank you. I made it out of the grocery store. Now this is the part of Osaka that I'm staying in. Actually kind of pretty as far as cities go. I don't hear traffic right now. No one's screaming at each other, no honking horns, and there's a pretty river. Not bad. These city streets are actually quiet enough that some of my overwhelm and stress is starting to go away from braving that train system. It was insane. So right now my map says I'm like 15 minutes away from my hotel. I get to stay here for one night, eat dinner, and just decompress. I just don't know how to check into a hotel when I don't speak any of the language. Like the only words I got is like arigato, just thank you, hi, which is yes. That's about all I got. Oh, thank goodness I found some dirt to put my feet in. It's the first time I'll be touching Japanese dirt with my bare skin. That's something I always make a point of whenever I go to a new place. You have to touch dirt, get in touch with the land a little bit, and just see what you're working with. This is why I come to new places, is to experience the land and the wild more than anything else. And Japan's supposed to have a lot of sort of whimsical, wise energies to it, and I'm hoping I can tap into some of that. Tell you what, the dirt Feels pretty good after being on a flight 15 hours, 14 hours, whatever it was. This looks like my hotel for the night. Okay, here we go. Lucky for me, my guy at the front desk actually spoke pretty good English, so we kind of broken Englished our way through it, and now I'm gonna see what my first night accommodation looks like here in Japan. Hi, time for a tour. Hi. It's been a long, long day. They give you slippers for in the house though. So I'm probably supposed to wear those. I'm definitely too lazy to do that right now. Wow, look at this little place actually. Kind of cute. This is nice, man. Like, it's definitely smaller, but it's probably a Western style hotel. I have a full bed here instead of a tatami mat. I even have, oh my gosh, man. This is great for the first night. The room ended up being like $89 or something like that for the night. So pretty great deal. But tomorrow morning, I'm gonna go see all the temples, so that's why I'm here. In the meantime, let's get some dinner. All right, this place does not come with any dishes to microwave this food and warm it up, so I don't want to microwave plastic. Okay, so that's the messy egg noodle thing. You can see under there, I think, yeah, there's noodles in there, kinda. And then second up, I think this is just chicken or maybe duck breast from the local grocery store. Of course, I can't read it because the label looks like that. But overall, this meal, which is definitely going to be a full dinner for me, was only $7.37 when I did the conversion. Let's give it a shot. So I'll tell you a little bit about my first impressions with Japan while we're getting into this. I've never seen more people on their phones, more phone-dependent culture anywhere in the world that I've ever been before. Everyone, the whole time. Every train that I got on, people were on Instagram, is what they were doing. They would never look at you. It was just always like this, and they were always on Instagram, man. Just like staring at their phone, weaving their way through traffic, like just like rats in a maze, man. And that was very off-putting to me right off the bat. It was so weird. These people, no desire to interact with a stranger, no desire. I didn't make eye contact with a single person today except the hotel guy that checked me in, which was so bizarre. Tastes okay. Like, that's pretty interesting. It's interesting flavors, but it's not like blow you away sort of stuff. I will say though, it is definitely not American food. You can tell right away. Not great. Interesting though. Now for the cold chicken. Yeah, that's just barbecue chicken. That's good too. Like, that's really delicious. After being on I needed protein. Wow, that is delicious. Now that I've got a little food in my belly and I'm starting to think straight again, I can also tell you the big thing that surprised me about Japan so far is the humidity is way beyond anything I expected. Getting off the airplane today felt like kind of getting off the airplane in Miami, somewhere like that. The humidity is intense and it's hot out here. So those are just my day one takeaways right now. I'm gonna get a good night of sleep tonight. Then tomorrow is the temple run. For right now, I've been up for hours and hours, flew all the way from San Francisco, haven't slept since then, hardly at all on the plane. So I'll see you in the morning when we go to the temples. It is 6 a.m. here in Osaka the next morning, and that's exciting because today is the temple visit day. I don't usually like spending time in cities like this at all when I travel anywhere, but today I'm here because there's a place called Osaka Temple or Osaka Castle right down the road, and I'm gonna go check that out. But first, breakfast. Here we go. Oh. Did you see that thing I just ordered on? Like, whoa. Human interaction does not seem to be a big priority here, which I don't love. It's kind of fun. This is breakfast. Okay, so I just got a little egg and rice bowl. You guys saw me order. A little bit of miso soup, it looks like, on the side here. It's 330 yen, which is like $2. That's insane. I haven't had a breakfast for $2 since I was like 2 years old, man. I gotta try it. Let's see if it's actually good. That's delicious. That's actually delicious. Oh my gosh. This is incredible. It's so good. Oh my gosh, it's so good. Best breakfast I've had in a while. I'm about to do something I would never do in the United States. See, a lot of people over the last couple weeks of me leading up to this trip have been telling me, you gotta go to this one particular store in Japan. It is amazing. 7-Eleven. In the United States, 7-Eleven is like a diseased gas station. Like, sorry, 7-Eleven. I do not like 7-Elevens. In the US, you do not buy food there because it's just gonna make you feel awful. Here, it's supposed to be like the grocery store. And I need some walking around snacks today. Gonna be doing a lot of that. Here we go. All right, this is what we're working with. First off, just a chicken breast. That's a big win for a 7-Eleven. Second, a pickled plum seaweed wrap. Never heard of that. Sounds amazing. And this thing that sort of looks like a cookie, but not really. And it's like fluffy like a pillow. And it just looks Japanese, so I had to buy it. I'm actually gonna try this thing now because it looks too fun to not. Oh, it's filled with a cream. There's nothing English on this, so I really don't know what this is or what I'm eating. What is that, dude? It's like sweet potato mash with sugar in the middle of this is the best way I like the flavors that are coming through this. That's so interesting. It doesn't taste good for you, so I don't think I'm gonna eat the rest of it. That's overpowering. Not a fan. Oh, where the heck am I, man? Oh my gosh. I've just walked into one of the most unbelievable architectural things I've ever seen. This is the gates to Osaka Castle, right here. First built all the way back in 1583 for something like Tokoyamasha, Lord Tokoyamasha, something like that. It burned down, was destroyed several times over the years and was reconstructed about half a century ago for visitors like me. It doesn't look like there's photography permitted here, but this is some sort of actual samurai school right behind me, where they are practicing wooden sword fighting. You can hear them in the background. That's crazy. So cool. This here is the first shrine, the first archway that I've been through, and I know these are super special, and you're supposed to be very respectful when going through them, and I don't really know how to do that though. Okay, watching that guy, it looks like you're just supposed to bow when you go through these. I waited until I saw somebody come through, so I want to be very respectful. So you go through. Wow, I'm a strong believer that some of the places you go to, you can like feel the energy of them. This place has energy. Oh my gosh. I've got to say, man, like, wow, to this place. This is very special. And part of me wants to set up a camera. Like, but it feels disrespectful to just like set up a camera and walk up and like film myself doing the prayer ceremony up there when I'm in a different country and I don't know the cultures, I don't know the traditions, I don't know exactly what I'm praying for. So I'm trying to just be very respectful and still get footage. Like, this is amazing here, and it feels special. Into the inner sanctum. Look at that, the scope the size of this thing they built back in the 1500s, some giant war fortress, how big these moats are. Can you imagine trying to raid this place if the gates weren't open? It would never happen. Oh my gosh. Take a look around this courtyard real quick. First off, there's people singing behind me in front of this building. Over here on my left, there are people doing Tai Chi in the park. And then over here is the temple. This is so far the most rich cultural heritage site I have ever been to. I still feel like I have to whisper here because like the culture didn't die 500 years ago with everyone. It's still being practiced as I'm here right now. I've never been anywhere like this. I keep walking around trying to find a place that better show you the scale of this temple behind me or this castle behind me, but it's so big I can't even really do it. It looks smaller in the camera. I don't know what to say. Look at that castle. Look at how many people are on this train. Guess I'm not getting on. Wow. I'm really proud of myself for not freaking out as much as I could be right now, but just look at how many people are in this train station. The train that just came by was literally so full, there wasn't enough room to squeeze another person on. It was the train I had to get on. Keep going. So it'll be back sometime. There are so many people here. I'm ready to get out of the city now. I've just run into my first problem that I don't know how to solve yet. I just got to the Kyoto station with plans to go to a samurai museum before I checked in for my pretty fancy hotel tonight. The only problem is the subway line that takes me to that samurai museum only takes cash. So I've been walking around the train station for the last couple minutes looking for an ATM anywhere I can find one. Seems like there's not an ATM in this train station. Maybe I just don't know how to look. So now I don't have cash. I can't get on the subway to get to where I want to go, and I don't know how to fix this yet. So I just bought a chocolate cake, a chocolate rum cake. It tastes way too much like rum. Oh, that's pretty awful. Yeah. Oh. Still not a drinker, man. Never have been. Never will be. Oh god, that's alcohol. Ugh. So, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I might just walk like 3 miles or something, but I have a lot of weight. The good news is I get to taste this spicy plum seaweed wrap. That's way better than a chocolate cake. Hold on. That's actually freaking amazing. I never would have guessed that. Okay. I found my new on-the-road snack. That's it, and that's awesome. I had to walk around and find the greatest store in Japan, apparently, which is a 7-Eleven, and got my first look at yen. So I found an ATM in there, and this is yen, bunch of $1,000 yen bills, which means like $70 USD. Now I should be able to ride the subway. Made it on the subway, amazing. Here we go, final stop of the night before I show you, hopefully, my beautiful hotel room tonight.
So Samurai invaders would coat their limbs and shoot the covered to intimidate the enemy and start the battle.
tells me about the first league news articles.
Alright, and then you start. Alright. 3, 2, 1, go! Great, you can fix it up. 3, 2, 1, go!
Oh my God, look at this hotel I'm staying in tonight. I don't know how to get in there yet, but that's the hotel. Looks like a castle. That's a bigger castle than the one I visited this morning. I just walked into the hotel room I'm gonna have for the next 2 nights, and let's just say I'm impressed. Let me show you. Here we go, number 217 at the Prince. These are apparently a luxury property. So this is the welcome. It is definitely just more spacey, bigger than the last room I had so far. I had to walk a long ways to get here, like through a park, and literally hiked over a mountain. So I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it right now. Anyways, we'll get into the rest of this. I'm exhausted, but this is the restroom right here. Huge restroom, huge tall doors. Actually a really spacious bathroom compared to my last one as well. And then the rest of this is normal. This is very American style, the rest of this room, but I have a great view. However, I will say, I think the nicest part of this resort is the rest of this property is the most beautiful, luxurious I've ever been on for any hotel that I think I've ever been to. I've been to a couple of the Ritz-Carltons and things like that in the US. This thing has the most absurd property ever. I'll show you the rest of that in the next video when I start exploring Kyoto. For my birthday, I'm gonna go hike Mount Ihe. I'm gonna go to a bunch of temples and walk you through some of the basic principles of Kuji-Kiri meditation, something I've been researching and very excited to go practice in the wilderness of Japan very soon. So I'll see you in the next one. If you're not yet, subscribe. And I hope that eventually, when I host my next group trip here, you guys get to come